On today's video, the craziest, most aggressive, biggest civil war I have ever seen in Rise of Kingdoms is upon us, as Kingdom 349 just lit up in flames. Usually civil wars are all about flags. This time around, cities burned like no one's business. Millions of troops died, and all because of one player in the one good old event. So sit back, smash a like on the video. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming, as Kingdom 349 is about to go up in flames. Quite literally, 0 flags were burned, but a boatload of cities burned down, got zeroed, millions of troops died in the craziest civil war I've seen in a long time. Before we start though, I am a sponsored content creator of Rise of Kingdoms. Enjoy the content, don't forget to slap a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 31,000. 57% of you are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, I'd appreciate it if you smash that like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Here are the alliances duking it out. 349S, an 8 billion power alliance on the one side, and they're going up against 49F, who you might know from Osiris League. That is right, they're contending for playoffs in Osiris League, a 10.5 billion power alliance. There's also 49VA, which we will look at momentarily. There was too much stuff going on, and they're a bit further out. We'll go take a look at them in a second and show you their size, but here is the deal. Civil wars are a common thing in Rise of Kingdoms. They often happen when alliances don't agree on certain things, and more often than not, civil wars tend to revolve around the one event: Mightiest Governor. If you don't know what Mightiest Governor is, it's a week-long event in which, at the end of it, number one in the event will get 180 sculptures of the Mightiest Governor commander, whichever commander is in the Mightiest Governor at that time, and that's how you unlock new commanders, through Mightiest Governor. Every time new commanders come out, they have their own Mightiest Governor. As you can see, there's 2 cities getting rallied, 2 rallies marching around to go somewhere else, all of them Attila Takedas, all nuts. Complete madness. These guys just said screw this and went on a zeroing spree. Now, this civil war, just like most of the other ones, was because of Mightiest Governor. That is right. One of these alliances, by my understanding from the stories that I've heard from a few folks from this kingdom, the folks of 439S had an individual in that kingdom. I mean, look, there were 2 rallies we were watching, 2 rallies marching here, 1 more city getting burned. It was absolutely nuts. All of these marches going home are literally rallies that either burned a city or disbanded. That's how crazy this was. Turns out that the folks in S, for some weird reason, had an individual in them that broke the rules, and they kind of harbored him. That's my understanding of it. Now, I understood from a bunch of people that 49F and 49S were trying to sort things out in a civilized manner, and 49VA found an opportunity to kind of try to drive a wedge between the 2 alliances, as the first report is of a 49F taking 1 million troops away from a 49VA individual. Listen, every single one of these rallies is millions of losses. Get ready. We have a few of them in this video, a couple coming up next still. Sit down and make sure you hold on to something, because millions of troops are about to be lost. Primarily tier 4s, but still a lot of firepower that 349S, F, and whatever not will not have available for a potential coming KVK. Now, my understanding is that the folks of S were harboring a dude that was breaking the rules. 49F and S were trying to figure it out, and 49VA found an opportunity to drive a wedge between the 2. And by the time that happened, 49VA started attacking F, and then S, who are currently holding the Lost Temple. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding, and then S started putting negative titles on F, which caused F to attack S. Madness. But we're not talking about like, let's get rid of their flags and take them out of the zone. We're talking about zeroing cities, hardcore zeroing cities. City getting rallied right there. 2 more rallies. We're watching marching here. If you paid attention to that side for a moment above me real quick, there was another rally marching. You'll see it right there hitting a city. Cities were burning everywhere. This was absolutely crazy. And we're not talking like, all right, well, let's send like a mild rally upon you. Attila Takeda rallies all throughout the kingdom. This Mightiest Governor event. I mean, look at this. 2 cities are getting zeroed on the screen, plus a VA rally is just marching along to go hit something else. I mean, Mightiest Governor has been a pain in everybody's existence for a very, very long time. It's the number one reason kingdoms go into civil wars. It's the number one reason people disagree in kingdoms. It's the number one event where bad things tend to happen all across Rise of Kingdoms. And that's the designation of this event. That's what it was meant to be. It was meant to be one of those controversial events where the top of the top are going to go try and get their stuff. And those who, feel like they deserve a little bit more are going to try to potentially break rules that they don't like because they feel things are unfair in their kingdom. They're favoring someone else or something like that. But that's it. These guys burned each other down to crisp. To freaking crisp for 180 sculptures potentially. Now, I understand why this happened. I can see it happen in any kingdom. I can see it happen everywhere across Rise of Kingdoms that it does happen. It's just a shame because 49F are a Cyrus League contender. They're in the top 32 in the playoffs right now, trying to make it out to 16, right? And I mean, they found themselves zeroing their alliance mates, their friends in their kingdom, while their alliance mates were getting zeroed. I don't know if their Osiris League team was affected in any shape or form. I would assume that they had some hospitals to clear out and whatever the heck not. I don't know if any of the Osiris League players got zeroed, but showing you the geography of flags in this kingdom, not a single flag burned. Not a single flag burned from the time that I started watching. And I watched this for a good long while. Everything you guys are watching is like 250. It's like 2.5 the speed. Because I recorded hours of footage. And I mean, these guys just kept going to town. Attila after Attila marching on the screen. It was completely nuts. We have a few more reports coming your way momentarily, including a crazy report I want to touch on for a moment. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of these kinds of disagreements. I can understand how they happen, but I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think anyone is a big fan of a civil war. I mean, we are for spectating, but it wouldn't be fun to be in one. I don't judge any kingdom that goes through a civil war just because we don't know the history, the context, the relationship between these alliances. We don't know anything, right? We'd pass some sort of misguided judgment on not knowing what's going on in that kingdom. All that we know is the facts, and the facts were there was a guy who broke Mightiest Governor rules, and that caused a bunch of issues, and that's pretty much that. Now, of course, we have ton more action going on and a bunch of reports to show you still. I'd like to take a moment to let you all know, in case you didn't know, I am feeling much, much, much better. I've been dealing with a little bit of dehydration and malnutrition due to stress at my job. I've had some issues, a lot of pressure at work, a lot of stress at work. I've been eating very, very little, and I've been drinking very, very little, and it caused me to collapse on Friday, a lot past Friday. I'm okay now, but I'm getting better. So those of you who have been messaging me, checking up on me and stuff like that, thank you very much. We can continue with these reports. And I mean, in the 30,000 and some subscribers that I have in the channel and the 2 years worth of Rise of Kingdoms that we've been covering, I've never seen a bloodier. I've never, ever, ever seen a bloodier. Anything near the kind of craziness that this civil war was. Look at this, millions and millions of deaths. Folks got zeroed left and right. I mean, people didn't even have the right commanders on their walls. They never even thought about it. They never really needed to have the right commanders. Some folks sent out marches to go join rallies or launched rallies and got zeroed in the process. It was just insane. It was complete madness. I don't know what to say beyond that. I mean, I guess, how can you prevent this? rules are rules. I mean, if you guys watch a fairly new content creator in Rise of Kingdoms, Flea, she's a very good content creator. If you haven't checked him out yet, make sure you do. He has a series that he calls Rules Are Rules, where his kingdom, 0 people who break rules. Granted, again, as he mentioned multiple times, it's his leadership that makes the decisions, and usually he just offers his services as a rally leader. But again, I'm not a very big fan of that kind of stuff, but at the same time, rules are rules, and there shouldn't be an individual that's above the rules. And in this scenario, apparently, there was one that managed to squeeze by, and that caused a whole lot of mess. This rally is one that I want to touch on real quick. I understand that all of you think that because a lot of the Korean community swarm anything and anything, swarming a Takedas is an okay thing to do. I understand you're trying to save your buddy from getting zeroed, and so you're swarming in a Takeda to kind of help him, but really, this Takeda did such a stupid amount of damage and still did a boatload of damage to the city he was rallying that I really don't know why people are swarming a Takedas. Swarming a Takedas is a thing in Lost Kingdom in case you're looking to fill your hospital, but you're trying to save the flag that is getting rallied or whatever the heck it is. That does tend to happen. I've seen people swarm a Takedas. I've swarmed in a Takeda in Lost Kingdom. It has to happen sometimes. But in a civil war, I was in disbelief. And these guys lost millions and millions and millions of troops. If you were to suggest to Lilith a way to fix Mightiest Governor, so Mightiest Governor doesn't cause that much drama, what would you do different with Mightiest Governor? How would you change it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. And yeah, we got a little bit of extra action left on the screen right here, showing you a little bit of who is the king and what's going on. Everything was, all the flags stayed, like nobody cared about them. I even clicked on them to see maybe they're healing. Nothing. They focused on cities and that's it, which was insane. This is like 20-some billion power worth of alliances just destroying each other. I mean, at some point, some of these guys like you're seeing in here started swarming to help their alliance mates out. I would assume that maybe if people that are Osiris League members that are getting zeroed, I would make a case that Osiris League members that are getting zeroed, any non-Osiris League player should go out and try to swarm and reinforce and help whatever the heck, and not reinforce, but probably swarm the rally that's hitting the city just to try to help that Osiris League member not to get compromised, right? Not to compromise the 49F team. But man, things went from bad to worse. At this moment, 349 is at peace. They've sorted their stuff out. It's a real shame it took something like 6-7 hours worth of zeroing each other until they said, okay, wait, let's get some peace going in this place. Probably a better idea would have probably been to talk before rallying ahead of time, I guess. Sometimes these things need to happen though. It's a real shame it happened to these folks, but man, I was astounded by the amount of rallies that went out here. And boy, oh boy, I mean, what else can be said? I hope these guys recover. I hope these guys get their stuff together and 349 go back to its glory days and grow and improve as a kingdom. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to, of course, drop a like on it before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 31,000. We could easily hit 31,000 by the end of this week. If every single one of you who hasn't subscribed yet smashes that subscribe button, and I just just like I smashed myself on the face, you just smash that subscribe button. And yeah, more Civil War videos coming up soon as we cover those as much as we can. Lost Kingdom 36 Part 2 coming up in this week as well. And as you know, we migrated our Jumper account to Kingdom 2, so expect a lot of Heroic Anthem content coming up into the channel as well. I'll see you all sooner rather than later. It's Wednesday, 4 p.m. UTC. I'll be streaming in case you want to come say hi, hang out, ask questions, whatever you want to do. I'll be here. Take care and have a good one. Watch till the end of this rally? No? It's about to die. Peace.